What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is safe. Everyone is living their good life. I hope everyone out there in the outside world is just doing pretty good. It's kind of hard to smile nowadays, but I hope everyone's having a good day and everyone's smiling. But with that being said, guys, today we're going to talk some football. I haven't made a football video in a while, so I think I want to try to, bring that back. Yesterday was a lot of good games. Last night I caught the Steelers and Seattle game. That went into OT. Good game. I was actually rooting for the Steelers. I wanted Big Ben to, kind of just show people like, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? I still got it. I know a lot of us been tough on Big Ben, but he pulled out that win last night for them. But today we're going to talk about their rival. We're going to talk about the Ravens, particularly Lamar Jackson, just because as of right now, if you guys haven't heard, so he broke the record for the most quarterback wins, most quarterback. I should have got like a teleprompter, but he has the most wins as a young quarterback under the age of 25 with a record of 35-8. That's been his record since mid of 2018 to now, and that's how they came up with that statistic. But when you look at that record, the winning percentage is there, and it made me question about how a lot of us, we talk so much about Lamar Jackson, and a lot of analysts always question his ability to throw the football. And I think it's time to say that Lamar Jackson is a pocket quarterback. Obviously he runs. Obviously that's like his second nature. But one thing that I've seen with Lamar Jackson this year is him being able to extend plays and stay in the pocket and more or less not run out the pocket, but slide his feet, shift his feet, step into the pocket and deliver throws. And that's what we've been seeing all year. And Lamar Jackson, I think he needs to be in the conversation with Patrick Mahomes, just because a lot of people, we already know how great Patrick Mahomes is, but to question, Lamar Jackson's throwing ability, I think that has to get debunked at this point, just because of what we're seeing. A lot of these plays where he's connecting with his receivers. His receivers are dropping a lot of passes too, man. A lot of drop balls, but Lamar Jackson, I think the way he's leading his team, his teammates, his receivers, you can tell the coaching staff, everyone believes in him, and he's off to a good start. The Ravens are 5-1. They're looking like a championship contending team. And I just love what he's doing. And I just felt like I just wanted to make this video to just kind of point out, just how good of a season he's doing, and just to kind of, break down a little bit of stats for you guys, just because, like I said, like the number one, I guess, guy that the number one analyst that critiques Lamar Jackson, I would say, is Stephen A. Smith. He's always talking about how he doesn't trust in Lamar. He folds under pressure. He doesn't question his ability to run with the football, but he questions his ability to be accurate and be an accurate passer. But it's just kind of like, it's kind of like, are we really saying this in 2021? Just from what we're seeing. I mean, when he did win MVP, let me just even start there. His MVP year, he did throw for 3,127 yards. He had a unbelievable season, passing rate over 100. I mean, he was an unanimous league MVP. And the only player to ever do that was Tom Brady back in 2010. And then, but just looking at what Lamar is doing, this year, in a span of 6 games, he's already at 1,685 yards passing already. He's at 9 touchdowns. The interceptions, he's at 5. But I'm not too worried about the interceptions. But right now, I would say Lamar Jackson, he is on pace for probably the best passing years of his career. This is probably going to be it for him. This is probably going to be a year, I believe he's going to pass for 4,000 yards. I think he's going to eclipse his previous record, well, at least at the time, his MVP record, his MVP year, because he was going crazy. But I would say this year for Lamar Jackson, I think this is going to be a year where he's going to have the most success. And then you could also add the argument that the NFL has extended an extra game into the season. So that's going to dictate a lot of records that's going to be broken this year and also in the future. But that could be a video for another day. But just looking at what Lamar Jackson is doing, like I said, I mean, he's playing unbelievable football. The way that the Ravens are designing their plays, they're allowing Lamar to be Lamar. I know people would say on the flip side is when you put too much on him, that's when things can fall apart, when you put too much on one guy. But I don't think Lamar Jackson. I think the Ravens should put it all on him because I look at Lamar Jackson as a playmaker. You know, he's a guy that extends plays. He's in one thing he's always been doing throughout, weekly is whenever the pocket collapses, his instinct sometimes is to run. Sometimes you got to scramble out that situation. But another instinct that's kicking into Lamar is he's looking up the field. He has the ball up high and he's looking up the field to make a pass down the field to make a first down play, a completion play. And that's one thing early in his career, most of the time he would just take it and run. But now we're starting to see him maturing more as a pocket quarterback. And that's the number one question a lot of analysts question about Lamar is, can he be a pocket quarterback? Can he stand in the pocket, deliver throws? But this is something that we're seeing constantly now. And as of right now, I would say this team can be a contending Super Bowl championship team just because of Lamar Jackson. I mean, if you look at the AFC, if you ask me who's the top three teams, I'm honestly just looking at quarterbacks, and this is just how I kind of come up with my assumption. But if you ask me, I think the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens are the top three teams in the AFC that has a huge chance of going to the Super Bowl. Those three teams, just because of quarterbacking. But Lamar Jackson, I think he's on that level of Patrick Mahomes. People say we haven't seen we haven't seen players do what Patrick Mahomes done, but I don't think I've seen a lot of plays that Patrick Mahomes does that Lamar Jackson does. Lamar Jackson is literally his own. He's his own. You could put him in that Michael Vick category, but he's his own player. He's a quarterback we're not seeing in the league right now. But with Lamar Jackson, I think he's having an unbelievable season, and I think he's gonna break all his records, all his passing records this season. And look out for the Ravens, And another thing is most people would probably say, the Chiefs, they're gonna go all the way this year. They're gonna go to the Super Bowl. But their ranked defense is at 31 right now. They're technically dead last in defense. You can't go to no Super Bowl with a defense ranked like that. I know we're in week 6 and things changed, throughout a course of a season, trades and stuff like that happens, adjustments. But right now the Ravens they're ranked 16th right now in defense. And after that game last night against the Chargers, they held the Chargers to only 6 points. So I know their defense is even going to rank a little bit lower. So throughout the year, I think the Baltimore Ravens defense, I think they're probably going to be a top 12, maybe top 11 defense. And I think that's going to be the difference between the Chiefs and the Ravens. Those defensive matchups. So it's going to be really, really special. But looking at Lamar Jackson, he's playing unbelievable football, like I mentioned. And even in his MVP year, he threw for 36 touchdowns. I don't think I mentioned that. Now this year, Lamar Jackson, he could probably hit 36 touchdowns. I don't know if he's going to surpass those numbers as far as touchdowns, but yardages, like I mentioned before. I believe so. His MVP year, 3,127 yards. This year I think Lamar Jackson is going to pass for 4,000 yards. That's how I'm feeling right now. But I feel like I'm making this video a little bit too lengthy, so I'm going to wrap it up for you guys. Raven fans, what do you guys think? Do you think Lamar Jackson is going to pass for 4,000 yards? Do you think he's going to pass for under 4,000 yards? Do you think he's going to pass for over 30 touchdowns or less than 30 touchdowns? That's what I really want to ask for you guys. And if you guys have any other comments or if I left anything out or even correct me on something that I was wrong about, drop a comment below. And until next time, guys, if you like this video, subscribe, help me out. We on a pace for 10,000 subscribers. That's the goal, guys. And I hope you guys are having a good day. See you guys on my next video. Be safe, guys. Peace.